In this video, we are going over our top 3 exercises for low back pain. How you guys doing? Amar here from EverStrong Therapy, your partners in health and performance. Today we are talking about the big daddy of all musculoskeletal conditions, and that's low back pain. In the US alone, there's over 3 million cases of low back pain every year. In fact, they say 80% of all Americans will experience low back pain at some point in their lives. And there's a reason, right? Low back pain can be caused from a whole host of issues, whether it's lifting mechanics, whether it's postural, whether it's disc issues, arthritis, spondylolisthesis, spondylitis. There's a whole host of reasons that people can have low back pain. It's important to also note that even though there's a lot of causes of low back pain, there's also a lot of treatment options and a lot of treatment protocols that we follow in order to treat low back pain. With that said, today's exercises are geared towards treating musculoskeletal and ligamentous conditions that might affect the musculature around your spine. So it's important to note that if these exercises don't feel great for you, or if they exacerbate your symptoms, if they just don't feel right, stop doing them. This is one treatment protocol that's meant to treat most people, and if it doesn't fall in line with you, that's okay. In fact, if it doesn't feel right, it's even more of an impetus for you to go seek counsel from a healthcare provider that you trust. Whether that's a doctor, whether that's a massage therapist, a chiropractor, or like us, a physical therapist, it's important that you go get the help that you need in order to get you feeling your best. If you live in the Bellingham area, we at EverStrong offer a free 30-minute consultation to anyone looking to feel and move their very best. And if these exercises feel better and you want to take the next step, or if these exercises just don't feel right, I encourage you to give us a call. Now, without further ado, let's get into the exercises themselves, because I have a feeling they're gonna really make you feel better. Welcome to the gym. Now, when we talk about low back pain, we need to start out by putting out the fire. And for a lot of us, that means calming a lot of the muscles back here that surround my spine. And what we're gonna do for that is something that we call a modified Jefferson curl. And the only piece of equipment you need is a wall. Put your back to the wall, and you're gonna bend your knees. So we're gonna roll our body forward and put our hands right between our feet. But we're gonna do it slowly and with intention. And I wanna think about every single vertebrae moving individually as we go down. So I'm gonna take my hands, put them right in between my legs. I'm gonna roll slowly with my neck, start to roll my thoracic spine. I'm gonna feel my low back really start to stretch and lengthen. And the reason is because my pelvis, because my hips are pressed against the wall, it creates a stopping point for my stretch so that everything from there down is coming from my low back. This is a great way to lengthen some of that tissue after years and years of being short. And one of the great things about this is if you have pain on your left or your right side, you can start to isolate what side you want to feel more of a stretch on. So let's say I'm having pain on my right side. What I want to do is as I come down nice and slow, I'm going to cup my left leg and start to pull myself into this direction, which is going to cause more of a stretch in this tissue here. And so I'm just again thinking and going slow as I move my way down, feeling a nice big stretch. I'm going to take nice deep slow breaths. And with every exhale, I'm gonna sink down a little bit deeper. And then all I wanna do is slowly reverse the position as I come up. This is a great way, again, it's a gentle stretch. It's a nice way to put out the fire. If you're experiencing low back pain right here and it's getting to throb at you, this is a great way to put the fire out before we get into the real exercise. Give that a try. On to exercise number 2. So our second exercise is actually, we're gonna start changing our position of our pelvis. Believe it or not, a lot of low back pain is caused from hip position and the position of our pelvis as a bucket as we work through this area. So what we're gonna do is practice tucking our tail feather or creating a neutral pelvis in order to help maximize the function of our low back. So what we're doing is we're taking a band and we're gonna give it a little bit of tension as we step out. What we're doing, it's called posterior pelvic tilt exercises. What we're doing is we're just allowing the band to pull us into anterior pelvic tilt or allow us to pull us into this position where our hips are coming forward. And then we're squeezing our butt, squeezing our core and trying to neutralize our pelvis. Don't get any ideas, I know what this looks like, but we're gonna keep this professional here as we start to work back and forth. Keeping in mind that this position where everything's contracted is more similar to the position that you want to be in if you're trying to reduce your low back pain. Give that a try. On to exercise number 3. If you are someone that experiences low back pain when you try to stand up, let's say from lifting something up or lifting up your kid or groceries, and you have that pain right when you lift up in that low back, that's usually a cause of a poor hip hinge or poor mechanics when you're lifting. And so one of the big things we need to do in these videos is start to train our body to hinge from our glutes and not from our back. The best way to start training a hip hinge, if you're not familiar, is to use a light weight. This can be anything that has some weight behind it. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take this kettlebell and we're gonna put it behind us. All I'm going to do is bend at my hips, keeping my knees soft, and then squeezing my butt to come back. What's most important is just getting used to the idea of bending forward without letting your back move first in order to take the load of whatever it is that you're lifting. We hope you enjoyed these top 3 or beginner exercises to help treat your low back pain. If they helped, we encourage you guys to check out the next series of videos, our next 3, or the one after that, the final 3, in order to keep making those progressions that are gonna help you move and feel your best. If you have questions, feel free to give us a call, or if you're in the Pacific Northwest or in Bellingham itself, we encourage you guys to schedule your 30-minute free consult with us at EverStrong, and we'll be happy to guide you on your way to moving and feeling better. Thanks so much, stay EverStrong. We'll see you soon.